Welcome to another installment of Ask the AD. Brian Smoller with the Director of Athletics, Gene Taylor. Glad you could join us. Hope you've had a great summer. We've had some time off. We're back at it. Full slate today to get to of topics to cover before we kick off officially the 1920 season here in just a few days with football practice getting going. Well, how was your summer, by the way?
You know, the summer's been great. It's a little slower in the summer around the athletic department. I was able to get out a little bit, play some golf. It's been a little pool time, and then took the week of the 4th of July and went up to see friends in Minnesota and North Dakota, and going to take another week off here in a couple of days. So it's been a great summer, and I'm getting excited about that first football game. As I look at the countdown clock every day I come into my office, I know exactly how many days we have left. So.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad when you see that countdown clock. It always seemed like even during the summer you saw a number up there, you're like, that's how many days it is?
Yeah,
right around the corner.
It's been a great summer.
Great. Well, let's get right to the questions from fans as we jump in. We have a lot, and thanks for everybody that jumped in with questions on Facebook and Twitter. Absolutely.
Great questions.
Some of these questions, if we don't get to them, Gene, you may be able to answer them on social media yourself. All right, first question comes from Jackson Mitchell, which is from Facebook, asking about Bill Snyder Family Stadium, selling out games consistently. Is there a plan that involves additional seating? Seems like there's two things to this question that we want to get into here from the outset. Let's start first with the idea of Bill Snyder Family Stadium selling out consistently, because that is, obviously, we're very proud. We were proud of that sellout streak that went for a very long time, hoping to get back on it. Single game ticket promotion that's going right now, and season ticket holders. What are the benefits that are out there for those jumping on with tickets?
You know, season ticket holders get a lot of benefits. Obviously, the priority seating, an opportunity to keep the same seat. They get, the first choice to be able to pick those tickets and pick those seats and stay in those seats for a long time if they wish. We gave some early incentives. If you ordered back in December when Coach Kleiman was hired, you got a mini football. We look at concessions discounts for our season ticket holders. We do a lot of things we can to keep our season ticket because it is strong. It's over 30,000. I actually read an article this morning of declining attendance across the country. So we need to do everything we can, both season tickets and single game tickets, to make sure we want people to come to Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's a great experience. We always are looking to improve that experience. So we do have a lot of benefits, concessions, discounts for our season ticket holders, money off the processing fee. So they had a chance, early season ticket holders had a chance to get into a drawing for prizes like tickets to Mississippi State, Big 12 basketball tournament tickets. So we do a lot to incentivize, and hopefully people continue to buy season tickets and single game tickets.
Yes, and we'll talk more about some of the new experiences for the stadium and for football fans coming up a little bit later here, so stay with us on that. And as you mentioned, single game ticket promotion that's going on right now, 2019 tickets available for $19, trying to, again, pump up excitement for that K-State family reunion the first day. All right, the second half of this question is kind of about the master facility plan in a roundabout way. What updates can you give us on that?
Well, the first question, in terms of expanding the stadium capacity, we don't see that in our plans. It's just not in our plans to expand it. We're going to look at the south end zone as part of our facility master plan, which would include some more premium seating in terms of suites, club seating, and loge seating. Obviously, we'd go into the Bramlage Coliseum and fix the Legends Room and expand that. And then east and west entrances on the Bramlage Coliseum. So we're really going to look at focusing on the south end zone in terms of football. Obviously, we have the soccer facility that's going to be open for that first game later in August. The baseball project is going on now. And then we're working through what's next in terms of which projects we're going to come out, and hopefully later this fall or early fall, we're going to be able to announce kind of what the projects we're going to be focusing on along with the football project.
A lot of those projects, of course, and all of them have been privately funded through the Ahern Fund, and tip of the cap here to the folks that have donated, you out there, the folks that work at the Ahern Fund, and the great job that they've been doing.
It was a great year last year in terms of our Ahern Fund. It was our second year, over $40 million in total fundraising, which includes the annual giving in our Ahern Fund membership of over $18 million. We had some facility gifts towards the master plan that got us to $44 million, which is a lot of money. We appreciate everybody who supports us at such a wonderful level, whether it's a $100 gift or a major gift, and we need everybody. So, those kind of gifts are helping us decide what our next moves are with the facility master plan, and we hope to announce something more significant here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, just the second time ever over $40 million raised by K-State fans to the Ahern Fund. Pretty impressive stuff.
Very impressive.
And again, thank you for those that have already contributed and keeping and continue to give for season tickets.
I like to continue to give part.
Yeah, continue to give. It's supporting the student athletes with scholarships. So that's really what you're doing with the Ahern Fund. It's not tied into building necessarily, but there are private gifts that are also double dipping into the Ahern Fund and providing that support. All right, so we talked about the master facility plan. There was a question that we got from Twitter from Andy R. Burns, who asked, what happens, this is a good question, what happens to Ahern Fieldhouse at the completion of the master facility plan? Because one of the projects is moving track and field and volleyball over here to the sport complex.
Yeah. It's a great question, and that is a university facility, so if we make an opportunity to build both a volleyball venue and then move track over, that'll be a facility that'll be up, those decisions will be up to the university and how best to utilize that particular facility. It's a great facility. It's got wonderful tradition and history. Obviously, it's being used by a lot of folks on campus, so I'm sure it'll be repurposed in some capacity, but those decisions will be left up to folks on the university, not athletics.
Yeah, I think most people were surprised to find out that that's not an athletics-owned facility.
Right, yeah.
It's owned by the campus.
And then we have a great relationship with campus in terms of using it, but it's had a great life, and for volleyball's perspective, we need to be able to build a new venue for them, and hopefully we can as part of the master plan the next few years.
Yeah, still looking though to rock the barn this year. Season tickets and single game tickets available for volleyball as they get ready for what they think will be a very big bounce back season this season. All right, back to football. As we look towards the football season cranking up here, what's something different football fans will see this year? That comes from KeySU, which is really KSU1 on Twitter. So what will be something different?
Yeah, good play on words. Actually, I brought a list because there's so many good things. I'm actually going to look at it. So, spacious new structure for the East Side K-State Superstore, which would be great for the fans coming on the East Side. Rideshare pickup and drop-off for both the East and West location parking lots, which will be a nice fan amenity. Expanded beverage menu in the beer garden and the Goss family tailgate area, including margaritas. Additional pedestal scanners so folks can get in faster and easier. So we won't have hopefully large waiting at the gates. Willie's Fun Zone for Kids Zone inside the stadium. And then new in-game production, including music and videos and all those kind of things, which we have to wait to come to that first game to see what those include. So a lot of things are fan experience, folks. And again, going back to my earlier comment, we need to make an enjoyable experience as much as we can, whether you're a season ticket holder or a single game ticket holder, that once you come, if it's the first time you come back. And if you've been here many times, you continue to come back. Yeah,
there's a great amount of people that are spending a lot of time trying to figure out how best to make the environment and the experience of coming to a football game something that we want to replicate and keep coming back.
We really want that sold-out stadium for that first game for Coach Kleinman's era to start.
No doubt. You mentioned the Goss Family Terrace and the additional margaritas along with the beer that's already been serving up there. There are some other schools in the league that are throwing out beer and alcohol sales throughout the stadium for this year. That's a question that keeps coming up for us as well.
We continue to talk about it. We aren't going to do anything this year for sure. But one of the biggest questions as we talk internally is those that have gone to beer sales in the stadium also stop the exit and reentry. Oklahoma State had exit and reentry and they stopped. Kansas had exit and reentry, they stopped. So that would be the big thing for our fans is, do you want alcohol sales in the stands or do you want to be able to keep the exit and reentry? You're not going to be able to have both, and that's something we have to talk about. We'll probably reach out to our fans and ask that question at some point. But so still a lot of discussion, no decision being made, particularly in regards to football at this point in time.
Yeah, having one or the other, pass outs or alcohol in the stadium, it is a very big dilemma, and love to hear from fans what they think about that.
It's a big thing for our fan base. Obviously, our parking is as good as there is anywhere in the country, and the easy access to your cars. Some places don't have that, but we certainly do, and that's going to be a big decision as we move forward in this discussion.
One guy I know that's asked that question quite a bit is Scott Wildcat, our good friend, and he's got another question. First of all, he says, "Hi, Gene, I hear you might be making an appearance on the most popular K-State fan podcast. Laugh if that's true." His question is...
I just laughed, so I don't know if it's true or not, but he can take
you may have just committed yourself.
Yeah.
With the new Big 12 and ESPN Plus, Big 12 now on ESPN Plus, outside of live events, any additional programming along with K-State HDTV?
There's going to be a lot of programming, over 150 events, both live, including our first football game, coaches show, pregame shows, postgame shows, interviews with coaches, probably some camp stuff that we'll be doing, to give our fans an opportunity to see that. So there's going to be a lot of information on the ESPN Plus. It's going to be a great venue for our fans. We're still going to be able to have access. I think it's $4.99 a month. I think a lot of our fans already have it. Will probably be coming out soon for those that don't. Maybe help them through the process of how to download it, how to maybe even watch it at home as opposed to your app. But it's going to be an easy access for our fan base, and there's going to be a lot of K-State athletic-related events on ESPN Plus, and it's going to be a great opportunity.
It's a great partnership for just the third tier stuff of all the schools that are going to be doing it. I just read a report this morning, 90 million of people watched something on an ESPN platform in the month of June. It's a lot of eyeballs, so it's an exciting partnership. Looking forward to that.
And great for our fan base because they'll be able to get it no matter where they are. If it's a iPhone or a phone or a laptop or whatever, if they're home sitting there, if they can't make it to the game, which we want you to still come to the game, they'll be able to have access in a lot of areas as opposed to just being able to happen to be at home watching on TV.
Absolutely. And congratulations to those of the K-State HDTV staff walking away 3 Emmy nominations and an Emmy win.
We have a talented group of folks in this department in those areas, and congratulations to everybody for those efforts. They were very impressive efforts.
Including Tyler Lockett, who was kind enough to partner with us on that.
That was a cool.
All-Pro receiver, now Emmy Award winner.
There you go. There you go.
Appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Look forward to many more of these throughout the course of the year, and can't wait for football to start.
As we mentioned, love to hear back from you on the feedback on the beer and alcohol stuff, pass outs, but beyond that, also on the questions that are on Twitter. Keep them coming. Gene will answer what he can in the meantime. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time on Ask the AD.